right, guys. Oh, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, it's so nice to be here with you all. It's Sunday, October 1st. Happy October. Let's put this on Do Not Disturb, shall we? There we go. Oh, have you all been having a wonderful weekend, wonderful beginning of fall? I hope so. It's a pleasure to get to be here with you. If we haven't met before, my name is Kaylin, and I am an ecstatic spirituality coach, I like to call myself. Basically meaning that there's this idea that we have a beautiful, radiant, joyful, juicy life available to us if only we are open to it, if only we explore it. Every Sunday I log on here to YouTube Live to give us a space to gather together virtually, to do some spiritual work, and to dive deeper into ourselves. So it's a pleasure to get to be here with you. Every week I try to choose a theme that I think is beneficial, something that maybe I'm thinking about or working on. Sometimes something that has come up in one of my one-on-one coaching sessions or in conversations this past week. And I thought we would explore today the power of love. Now, many people want to be in love. A lot of the people I work with one-on-one are searching for a life partner or a soulmate. But I really think love is so much more than that. Hello, glad to have you guys here. I think love is so much more than just an emotion we experience with another person. It's really one of the most powerful forces of the universe. In different cultures and different times, people have gone as far as to define God as love. That the experience of the divine, of the cosmic overlord, is that of love. And I've been surprised in my own life how much love has played a part in all of my relationships, whether they've been romantic or friendship or familial. I've been surprised by the people I've fallen in love with, how quickly that feeling of love has arisen. And I've been amazed at how powerfully healing the experience has been of love. That I have become a better, healthier, happier, more integrated person through the giving and receiving of love. My husband, in particular, amazing, amazing man. He has loved me in a way that I didn't know was possible, in a way that feels unconditional and playful and joyful and exuberant. And through his love for me, I have grown and blossomed as a human being. He taught me that personal growth doesn't just happen through pushing our boundaries and trying. I think that's him commenting. Oh, thanks, sweetheart. It doesn't just come through pain and pushing our boundaries and forcing ourselves to grow, but it also comes from juiciness, simmering in that beautiful emotion of love, feeling that wave of acceptance and joy wash through you and how it changes us. This is something very powerful he's taught me. I've also experienced the healing power of love when I've forced is a strong word, when I've invited the experience of love to rise within me for people whom I don't like very much, people who make choices or live in a way that feels not so nice from my current point of view. But when I have invited that experience of love for them to rise within me, how healing it's been for me, for the environment we find ourselves sharing. I have found love to be a tremendously powerful force. And it's something that I really do believe cuts through time and space. It is that powerful. That the love we have felt, the love we have given to others is tangible, even if they're gone, even if they're on the other side of the world, even if it was perhaps from another lifetime. That love is always there if we're open to it. It really is tremendously powerful. And if we, as human beings, learn to embrace that, learn to dwell in a sensation of love, no matter who we encounter, no matter their worthiness, no matter their behavior, then this world would become a magical place. That we would manifest heaven on earth. For if God is love and we dwell in love, then therefore we are creating the heavenly realm. We're creating God's kingdom here. So it is our exploration, our voyage for today. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your time and focus. Your time is something very precious. And so I'm honored to share some of it with you. Please find a way to settle in. I'm sitting on the ground because that's how I was trained to meditate. But if you'd rather sit in a chair and lean back, or if you'd rather lay down, that is, of course, welcome. I want you to feel comfortable, whatever that means to you. I like to meditate with my shirt off. Do what feels comfortable for you. You're welcome to join me. You're welcome to do whatever makes you feel at peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. So let's begin with a couple centering deep breaths. Your breath should come easily. Please don't force it. So however deep or shallow you need to breathe is okay. Let your belly expand on the inhale. Let your ribs expand on the inhale. And let everything fall away. All your concerns, all your cares, all your worries, all your preoccupations, everything can go. This is your time for you, no one else. What is your experience of you today? What do you feel when you turn your focus within? It's different every time. Just as somebody could look at the sky and say, oh, it's just the sky. The sky looks never the same way twice. Every day it's different. No, the retreat in February is for anybody who wants to come, not for couples. Anybody. Couples can come, but it's not the intention. Just observe yourself. Observe what you encounter without judgment, without needing to change it or fix it or improve it. Just observe. And as best as you're able in this moment, allow things to settle and become still. If your mind is very active, that's okay. But see if you can allow everything to just rest a little. If you can allow everything to just drop. Like sediment in a pond just settling down to the muddy depths. One of the things I really love is that when the proverbial water gets clear enough, and when enough of that sediment has traveled down and relaxed, and we can see deeper within, every single one of us is a creature of joy, a creature of love, and a creature of truth. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter where you come from, your age, your gender, your race, your species. It doesn't matter. Every one of us at our core, when you get past the mind, is a being of love, truth, and bliss. It is an inseparable part of who you are. No one at their core is broken. No one at their core is sinful. No one at their core is wrong or sad or depressed or addicted or any of the things we use to label ourselves. The only thing we are is bliss, love, and truth. And so when you turn your focus within and you sit long enough, you'll start to feel those qualities arise. Now, it may take some time, it may take years, but eventually we will all find that within. You are the divine made manifest on earth. This is your creation. A creation made for the love you get to explore and share, for the joy of it. Love is all there is. And from as still of a place as you can within, I want you to bring to mind or envision here in your chest someone or something you love very much. Maybe that love is a puppy. Hi, Miss Ava. Hello, I love you very much. Maybe it's a person like my beautiful husband, my partner, my soulmate, my better half. Maybe it's a parent. Maybe it's someone who was kind to you once. Maybe it's a good friend. Maybe it's an ex. Someone commented they're dealing with heartbreak. You can still love them. They may not be worthy of it, but that's the thing about love, is it needs to be unconditional. We'll talk more about that in a moment. But bring to mind something or someone that you love very much. And notice what happens to your body when you do that. Notice the tingles that start flowing through you. Notice the effervescence that travels through you. Notice how right it feels when we experience love, how full we feel. In some ways, it's a lot like anger. Have you ever been really angry where it becomes intoxicating and it just fills you with a sense of righteousness? I like to call it righteous indignation, this feeling of I'm right and I need to tell everybody and show them how wrong they are. The difference with anger is after anger subsides, it leaves you feeling horrible. It leaves you feeling ashamed. Anger is not a very useful emotion, but it is intoxicating. The more you experience love, by contrast, the better you feel afterwards. The more you allow that feeling of love to spread and grow within you, the more radiant you feel after you've stopped focusing on it. It makes you better. Anger doesn't make you better. It causes more problems than it ever fixes. I often say anything done out of anger is never done well. It always has negative ramifications. Love, on the other hand, we never regret loving. Even when somebody is unworthy of it, even when somebody doesn't treat it with the respect it deserves. We don't just give love because of the impact it has on others. We do it because of the impact it has on ourselves. There's a story in Buddhism, often a quote attributed to the Buddha, that anger is like a red hot coal. You pick it up with the intent of hurling it at someone else, but you are the one who gets burned. Love is the same. You might be giving love because you intend to give it to someone and cause a response, but really you're the one who benefits the most. The emotions, the feelings we cultivate within, even if they're outwardly directed, they affect the owner of the emotions far more than they affect anyone else. So even by trying to share love with someone else, you're the one who benefits most from that. Now, yes, ideally, we want to be in relationships with people who give and receive love in equal measure. That is the sign of a healthy, thriving friendship, partnership, any kind of relationship. That we give and receive in equal amounts. So as much love as you give, you receive it too. But we should eventually arrive at a more expansive version of love, which says, I love everyone. And everyone is entitled to love, even if they're wrong, even if they have not very nice things to say to me, even if they can be very hurtful. It doesn't matter. It's a very difficult and a very evolved place to get to, that someone could spit on you and you still love them. It's really hard. You have to break a lot of human conditioning to get to that point. But if we aspire to achieve our highest potential, then our aspiration is to be a font, a source of love and peace, no matter what happens. No matter how aggravating somebody is, I still dwell in peace and love. I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. And no matter how cruel somebody is, I still maintain my peace and my sense of love. And I can tell them they're wrong. I can ask them to stop. I can stand up for people who are being hurt. But I don't hate, I don't rage, I don't become bitter. I stay in a place of love and compassion. It's a really advanced place to get to. But it's the place that those who serve as lighthouses, as beacons for us as humans, have gotten to. We look at people like Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, people who have been able to stay in a place of love no matter what. Jesus Christ. No matter what, they dwell in love. And what happens when we do this? When we infuse our bodies and our energy and our hearts with love, we become better. We become more healed. We become more joyful. We become more loving. We become healthier. If for no one else, do it for yourself. Yeah, I agree, Dee. It is a hard place to get to, and I admire the people who get there. I agree wholeheartedly. I agree wholeheartedly. That's why we're all works in progress. Another hard one for us is accepting the love that's given. Many of us feel so unworthy. Many of us have been taught by unkind individuals that we are undeserving or we're too broken. I know when I met my husband, it took a long time for me to really deeply accept the love. I mean, I could accept it to a certain amount, but to really drink it in and pull it into my depths, to believe that I am deserving of being loved unconditionally, has been a journey. I think it's a journey for most of us. So how do we begin to see ourselves as deserving of love and to accept it? And when I've been able to open that door and say, come on in, affect me. I allow your love to affect me. How I've been transformed through that. How I've become a better person, a more healthy person, a more integrated and kind person for accepting the love that is offered to me. That's a journey. You are deserving of love and affection not because of what you've done or who you've been. You are deserving of love because you exist. It's one of the great secrets of the universe, but it's so true. Every sentient being, animal, plant, rock, human, doesn't matter. Every sentient being is worthy of love because they exist. Doesn't matter who they are or what they've done. You are worthy because you exist. You're here. You are worthy of love. You're worthy of acceptance. You're worthy of respect. You're worthy of kindness. You don't need to do anything to achieve it. And if I can really believe that's true for others, if I can believe that's true for my dog, can I also believe that's true about myself? That's the hard one. To believe that you are worthy of love and acceptance isn't exceptionalism. If you truly believe everyone's worthy of that, then why are you denying it to yourself? How can you embrace that you are a creature of love and deserve to live in love? Just as a bird deserves to call its nest its home because that's where it belongs, you are a creature made of love, therefore you deserve to dwell in love. It is your home. You are worthy of love and belonging because you exist, because that is who you are. At your depth, you are a creature of love. We all are. We are all love. And every being that you encounter, we try to see it in them. We try to see it in the animals at the pound. We try to see it in the homeless person on the street. We try to see it in our work colleague. We try to see it in our adversaries. We try to see it in the politicians who screw us over. We try to see it in everyone. Doesn't mean you invite them in for dinner, but we try to see it in everyone. And we be gracious about the fact that to love doesn't mean we can save. Right? You're not here to save the world. We do our part. But we can love, regardless of needing to make that stray animal's life better, or that homeless person's life better, or that person at work's better. Like, we can do our part. We can try and help when and where we can. But we're not here to be a savior. We're here to love. And how simple and profound that is. Just to love. To give and receive love openly and freely. Without conditions, without judgment. That everybody is worthy. So sit and breathe into your heart and feel the love unfold within you. Feel your divine nature spilling forth. Feel that you are worthy of love, and so is everyone. And the more you give, the more you have to give. The more you accept, the more capacity you have to accept. Our capacity to give and receive love is boundless. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 You are love. All beings are love. All places are love. All times are love. Love is who and what you are. And somebody comments, I'm scared in love again because my heart is closed. Many of us have experienced deep broken hearts. And it's important to remember that love is not about a person. It definitely feels that way. But love inspires a quality that is always within us. If that person can give you the experience of love, then that person can take away the experience of love. But love is a constant. They inspired the feeling in you, but they didn't own it. Just as if you are thirsty, someone can lead you to a river to drink. But if that person disappears, the water is still there. The river doesn't go anywhere just because your guide that took you there has left. Choosing not to love is like choosing not to breathe. It is part of what makes you alive. And the more that you dwell in love and give and share love freely, the easier it becomes. And the more you attract people who are worthy of it, the more you attract people who will match your vibration, because we partner with people who are on a similar level as us. If you evolve and grow and you dwell in unconditional love, you'll attract people who are on that same level. I time and again say, my husband is the most amazing person I have ever met. And I feel that with my whole heart. But it took me a lot of work to get to the point where I could attract him. I was not ready for him 5 years prior. I was not ready for him 2 years prior. I was not ready for him 6 months prior. I had a lot of healing I needed to go through and a lot of lessons I needed to learn before I was ready to encounter someone of that amazing quality. And probably likewise for him. He had a lot of growing he had to do. So someone broke your heart. It sucks. But they've taught you something. And they're leading the way to someone so much better. And you're able to find a true source of love that you can share with somebody who is worthy of it. And you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I promise. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Notice, how do you feel? Every emotion we experience, every action we undertake creates a resonance in our body. Our body changes to feel something. So how does dwelling on profound love make you feel? So D asks, it's hard to tell the difference in people who deserve my love, though. Do you believe people see that love in you and use it against you? And how do you protect yourself? I think we're talking about different things. I mean, if you use the image of water again, if someone comes to you thirsty for a drink and you're standing beside the river, you can give a boundless amount of water to that person, to those people. The source is unending. And how could somebody use water against you? I think what you're talking about instead is perhaps vulnerability, letting somebody inside, letting somebody know your weaknesses, your vulnerable bits, which is a very important thing to be able to share with people that you choose to be intimate with, socially, emotionally, sexually. But those people have to be worthy of it. I used to be somebody who told everybody everything. Well, I mean, I technically still do. You're on YouTube. You guys know more about my life than a lot of people. But in real life, I've become much more reserved about letting people know things. And I only let people in, and I only let people know certain things once they've proven their worthiness to me. And also, the more I've needed less from other people, I've been less grasping and desirous, the more I've been able to be objective about, does that person have something that I really want? Are they a worthy person to invest in? And oftentimes the answer is no. And so the people who I share my secret hurts with and share the vulnerable parts that, hey, if I'm going to show you this, please don't poke me there, they become fewer and fewer. I can love people without doing that. I can love someone without even having a conversation. That's something that we used to work out at a gym that was filled with people of a very ideological spectrum from me. We were living near an Air Force base. A lot of the people there had political beliefs very different from my own. And one of the things I would try to do as I was in between sets is I'd just sit on the bench and try to love everyone. Everyone who walked by, I would try to feel a sense of love for them. I didn't need to tell them anything about me. My love and my ability to feel love and that vibration I dwelt in and sent out is totally independent from them needing to know anything about me. So become a better student of people. Become a better watcher of people and a determiner of who is worthy of knowing more and holding more. One of the things that I found so attractive about my husband immediately when we met is that he only spoke with love and respect about his exes. Anyone he dated, he was generally still friends with, and he only had kind things to say about them. And that's often a rare quality. But as he often points out, you entered a relationship with love and respect because you thought this was an amazing person. I want to leave the relationship with love and respect and still thinking you're an amazing person. I don't want to call you an asshole, because also then what does that say about me, that I would choose to be with somebody like that? The people I choose to partner with are a reflection of me. And just because I don't want to be with you as a partner or sexually or in a relationship doesn't mean I still don't think you're a good person. It's just we're not compatible at this time to walk side by side. I mean, that was a huge green flag. We have red flags. Let's say we have green flags. It was a huge thumbs up for him. He still held love for them and kindness for them. What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful human being to be able to do that. And something that really impressed me right away. Take a deep breath in and exhale, let go of whatever you no longer need to carry. Let go of what's holding you back, what's limiting you. Let go of your hurt, let go of your grudges, let go of your shame. Just love. Love is all there is. Love is all you are. Let go and love. Thanks, Marlo. Life is really very simple. Let go, love, speak your truth, behave with integrity, be kind, move slowly and with respect. And then everything pretty much takes care of itself. You have everything you need to thrive. But really, dwelling in love, it will heal you. It will make your world a million times better. And it's so easy to do once you get it. It's both so easy and a continual practice. Something we can always be better at. I know I can. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. May you be blessed. May you be well. May you be whole. May you dance in divine ecstasy. May you be surrounded by love, with love, through love, knowing your divine worth, knowing your divine presence, knowing your divine power. May you be blessed beyond measure and dwell in abundance. May you laugh and smile and dance ecstatically. May you be surrounded by golden hearts and brave spirits, calm sunshine, bright days. May you dwell in blessings and love and be a source of blessings and love for everyone you meet. May you know your worth and inspire others to know their worth as well. It really is so simple. Thank you all for your time, heart, and energy today. Thank you all for your comments and interactions. It's so lovely to share this space with you all. I first started doing these live meditations about 2 years ago, maybe it's 3 years ago now. And I remember the first several weeks I did it, there would be nobody here. I'd just be talking to a blank screen. So it's such a joy to be able to share this space with you and interact with you and respond to your comments and questions. If ever you have any questions or anything you want to talk about that's going on in your life, do not hesitate to reach out. Drop them in the comments, drop it here in the live chat. I'm always happy to do a video about anything you'd like me to discuss. And if ever you want to talk one-on-one, I'm always here. I always do free consultation calls for anybody who needs it. This weekend on YouTube, I'm going to have a very lovely conversation with the amazing Christian de la Huerta. I've interviewed him on my channel once before. It was a fan follower request that we do another interview. So we will do that this week. I'll have that posted. I'm going to be offering another mantra practice. This one's one of my favorites. It's Durga mantra. So we'll be doing that this week as well. Retreat. My February retreat is filling up. We've got it about half full already. So if that's something that you were thinking about or wanting to go on, I do recommend reaching out in the next few days, probably. I just posted the YouTube video about it a few days ago, so it's been pretty recent. So if you think you want to join us in February for a cozy winter retreat in Vermont, I would recommend doing that soon. I will be doing other retreats next year, fingers crossed. I'm looking at a meeting this week with the spiritual healer shaman that I love about doing a retreat with him in Ecuador. It would be a plant medicine retreat, so something a little bit different. If that's something that interests you, that may be coming up. I'm also looking at trying to do next fall a tour of sacred India and Nepal, so coming over to Asia. And so that would take us to some really sacred sites, temples, mountains, rivers, doing some deep spiritual work. It will be bougie, I warn you. It will be very bougie, staying in very nice places because, I like to be comfortable when I'm traveling. So if that's something that you're interested in, let me know. I'm also looking at maybe doing a retreat in Mexico. Who knows? We've got some places coming up, but I'm excited to get to work with you all in person. I'm always here in any way you need, so do not hesitate to reach out. And thank you for all your love and support. If this is meaningful to you and you want to give back a little bit, you can always support me via Patreon. You also get early access to my videos and some behind the scenes stuff. So that's a fun place to get to know more about me and what's going on in my life. I think it covers it. I'm working on a new book. I'm going to actually be jumping on Patreon right after this to talk about it. So if you want to hear more about that, that's the place to go. I'm super excited. The premise is going to be about re-exploring the divine masculine within us and how do we embrace that. So I'll be sharing more just in a few minutes on Patreon. So hope to see you there. And sending you love and blessings. Thank you for your time today. It's an honor to share space with you all. Namaste. Much love.